Today I'll be making a video about hospital management systems. Like the last video I made was school management systems. So today I'll be showing you how to set up a hospital management system. So if you are interested in setting up these applications for hospitals, then this is the opportunity for you to learn how to set it up. So this is the front end. This front end is not that beautiful, so you can always customize this to your taste. Now I'll be going to the back end because that is where everything happens. So we sign in as the super admin. Okay, now this is the back end. This is how the back end looks. This is how the back end is. As you can see, always this is the dashboard, the analytics. This is the OPD income, IPD income, pharmacy income, pathology income, radiology income, blood bank, ambulance, general income, the expenses. So you can practically see an overview of everything that is being done, everything that is happening. So I will just go through this because we're still going to learn how to set it up, because that is the main purpose of this video. We learn how to set it up. So this is the billing, the appointment, the OPD outpatient, IPD inpatient, the pharmacy, the pathology. So these are all the options. These are all the options. Okay. So but the purpose of this video is to learn how to set this up and also do some major settings. Okay, so in case you are setting this up for yourself, if you are a hospital owner, if you are a doctor, if you are a nurse, or you are a freelancer, someone that would want to set this up and make money, you can actually set this up for hospitals and you make money, a lot of money. Okay, so right now we've seen how the dashboard looked like. So the next thing we are going to do is to install, to set this up on our own server. So like I always say, the first thing that you need is an active domain and a hosting. Okay, so if you need this, once you have your active domain and your hosting, then the next thing that you need is this script. Okay, so if you can send me a message on WhatsApp to get it, or you can also get it on the site. Okay, so that is two ways to get it. Either you message on WhatsApp or you get it directly on the site. So once you have this and you've gotten your domain and your hosting, then you are good to go. For those that might be wanting to get a reliable hosting, you can use Hostinger or you can use Namecheap. So but for this video I'll be using Namecheap. So you can get a hosting from Namecheap and you can also get a hosting from Hostinger. But for this, if you are running this on a production site, it's going to need a VPS or dedicated hosting, because there will be lots of traffic, there will be lots of data that will be stored. So it is not something you use a shared hosting. So shared hosting is not recommended for this kind of application. So if you are using this on a production site, what I mean by production site is if you are running it on a production site, you are actually using it on a um, real life this thing. You want to use it for real, do a live application, then you need to use a good hosting, either a dedicated or a VPS hosting, because that will be more capable to handle this. So it is not something you use on a shared hosting. So that being said, I'm going to go to, let's go to the cPanel. Let's go to cPanel. Assuming you have gotten your domain and your hosting, then you've gotten this script, then the next thing for you to do is to log into your cPanel. Okay, so once you get a domain and a hosting either from Namecheap or Hostinger, you are going to get an email. That email contains your domain and your hosting, or you log into your client area. Once you log into your client area, you're going to see the option to log into cPanel. So this is how the cPanel looks like. Now we are going to do two things here. The first thing is setting up a database, a user, and the password. Then the second thing is to upload this script to our file manager. I call it root folder, to the root folder. So that is it. So the first thing we are going to do right now is, let's first create our database. So once you've logged into the cPanel, if this is your first time, you don't know how to do this, then this is for you. But if you already know how to do this, it's a straightforward process. So you just need to skip this video. So once you are logged into your cPanel, you scroll down, you will see options there, you will see files, you will see email, then you come to databases. So once you come to databases, you click database wizard. So this is an easier means of creating a database. So you can give it a name. I'll be giving it demo. Then click on next. Then the username, I'm going to give it demo also. Then as for the password, I'm going to use this as password. Okay. You use a password, identical password that you will remember. Okay. So I'm using this as a password. Then I'll click on next, create user. Now we've created our database and we've created the user. Now we need to give access. We need to give this user access to the database so the user will be able to edit, delete, and read in case he would want to alter the database. That's the reason why you need to give this user the privileges, all privileges. So you click on this all privileges, then you now scroll down to next. That's all. You've successfully created the database. Now the next thing we are going to do is you go back to your cPanel. We need to upload the file, this script. So if you've gotten this and you've downloaded it, then you need to upload it. Okay. So to upload it, you click on File Manager. So once you click on File Manager, as a new hosting, if it's a new hosting account that nothing has been installed on it, then you're not going to see all this. You're not going to see this. These are subdomains that have been created under this hosting account. So all you have to do is you will see this, this, and this public HTML, mail, this, and this. So you won't see some of these things. So don't get yourself confused when you log into your file manager and you'll be seeing less than what you are seeing right here. So all you have to do is you log into your public HTML. This is called the root folder, and that is where you are going to install the file. You are going to upload the file that you have downloaded. So, but for the case of this video, I'm not using my main domain for this. So I'm using a subdomain, and this is the subdomain that I'm using. So in case you want to install this in a subdomain, it's going to be like this. So once you have opened it, even when you open your root folder, it's going to be empty like this. But you might see two folders and one folder. You might see CGIN something folder there. So that is it. So all you have to do is you click on upload. I've already uploaded this. You click on upload. Then you click on select file. So once you click on select file, you are going to locate the file where you have stored it on your system, on your PC. Then you upload. You just tap on it. It's going to start uploading. So while it is still uploading, it's going to be blue in color. Okay. So but once it is done uploading, the progress bar is going to turn green. So what you have to do is you click on go back. Automatically it will refresh and show you this file. So now the next thing you are going to do is to click on it. Then you check up here and you will see extract. So you click on extract. So once it is done extracting, the next thing we are going to do is to visit the domain. which you are installing this. So for the sake of this video, I created a domain demo.elbrishtech.com.ng. So this is the domain that I'm creating for this. So once you have created your domain, then you should see something like this. Okay, now these are the requirements to have you should be running PHP version 8.1 plus. Okay, so now once you get a new hosting, it should be the default PHP version should be 8.1. It could be different in another hosting. So I'm currently running 8.3. So but if you're running 8.1 plus, but let me show you how to change your PHP version in case you're running something lower, because you need to make sure that all these are checked green. But once you're running the right PHP version that is above 8.1, then all this should be in green. So let's go to the cPanel. So once you go to cPanel, you scroll up, search for select PHP version. In some hosting, it could not be PHP. You might not see this. You might see multi PHP in it. So all you have to do is you just click on it and you change your PHP version. So you can, if you see this, if you are using Namecheap, then this is how it is. Just click on select PHP version. So if it is on if it's on 8.1, then you need to increase it. It's very easy. So this is it. This is the current PHP version. Just click on it and you will see different versions. So if it is on 8.1, you just choose 8.2, 8.3. Then once you choose, let me choose like this. Let me choose this again. So once you choose a higher PHP version, you click on apply. So that is how you do it. So once you've clicked on apply, you can just come here and refresh the page. Then make sure that all these are green. Now you move to the next level, which is database setup. So we now go back to cPanel. We go to our databases. This is databases. Then you click on manage my databases, because you already created this database. So we just need to copy this thing, get the database details. So this is it. So I'm going to copy it because this exactly is my database name, my username, and my password. So you can use something that you remember. In case you've forgotten your password, your database password, all you have to do is just scroll down to database user, then you click on change password. You can also rename it. So that is it. You can also rename your database. So once you have copied that, then this MySQL host name should be localhost. Okay, just type in localhost exactly as it is here. Then the database name, you put in, I'm going to put in this database user. So make sure that your database name, database username, and the password, they are correct. Then you click on check database. Now it's going to check if the database details that we have put is correct. Okay, so now it has shown connection to database is done successfully. So now you are going to put in your admin login. Just put in your admin login that you'll be logging into the back end with. So once you are done putting this in, then automatically, and you click on begin install, it's going to install the database. Okay, it's going to install the database, and then that is it. So what would I be using? The password. And then you click on begin install. This is very easy. So the installation is complete, and it's giving us this notice that due to security reasons, you must delete the install directory. So just click here to automatically delete the install directory. Then the admin login, which you have put, you click on it. So we are going to be logged in. We are logged in right now. Okay, so now we are going to begin the setup. We are going to begin the setup for this. Okay, so Now, the first thing we are going to do is you scroll down here, you click on setup, then you click on settings. Now, this setting is where we change the hospital name, we change the address, the phone number, email address, you change your logo, your hospital. So these are the basic customizations to turn this into your own. Do you understand? So let's give it a name. Okay, hospital code, then the address and phone number, email address. Okay, then you can, I'm not changing the logo now, so you can change the currency here. You can just click on, if you are using Naira, just search for Naira symbol. Okay, scroll down to get one of these things. Okay, so I'm going to put the Naira symbol here because if I want to use Naira, then 24 hours. Do you want the times and the time format to be 12 hours, 24 hours? I'll be choosing 12 hours. Then here the currency symbol, credit limits 20,000, so you can increase or decrease that. Okay, then the mobile app code, you don't need this unless you're using the mobile app. Now this is doctors restriction mode. Do you want to restrict doctors? Patient panel, do you want to disable it? No. Super admin visibility, do you want to disable? Scan type, barcode or QR code, so you decide. Now this is the current theme, so you can decide if you want it to be red, if you want it to be blue or gray. So once you're done with this setup, you click on save. I think this is the number one thing you are going to do. Then the second thing you are going to do is go to notification settings. Now this notification setting is for getting emails, okay? Not this, it's email settings. Okay, so this is where we set up our email. So we are going to change this from send mail to SMTP. So this SMTP is putting the email that you are going to use so that your patients, your staffs, anybody is going to be able to receive emails here with ease. Okay, so to create an email, the first thing we are going to do is you go to cPanel and you go to the email option. Okay, you scroll down, you see this email. This is email account. Now we are going to create an email for this. Please make sure when creating an email, if you are using the main domain, then you create an email for that main domain. If it is where you install this, so now I install this on demo.elvistech.com.ng. So and the email I have been using is info@elvistech.com.ng. Now if I use this same email, it's not going to go. Why? Because this email is different. So I need to use an email. I need to create an email for this demo.elvistech.com.ng before the email will work. So if you use an email that is not the same domain that you are using, it's not going to work. So please take note of that. Okay, so I already created an email for this. To create an email is easy. Just click on create, then you click on domain. I'm using demo.elvistech.com.ng, so you can give it like sales, info, support, help, whatever you want. You can also use your name. So then you put in your password, a strong password, okay, and then you click on save. So let me go back to email since I already created one. Okay, where is it? This is sales@demo.elvistech.com.ng. So that's what I'm going to be using. I don't think I can remember the password, so let me change the password So change the password. Let me use password 2025. Okay, so this is what I'm using as the password. And I'm going to change it. I'm going to update. Okay, so that's it. Now I'll go back to SMTP password. So SMTP username should be your email address. Then the SMTP password should be the password that you've created. The SMTP server should be, since you're using, if you're using Namecheap, you can use demo as your domain name. But I like using, or you can just go to the cPanel. You go to the URL, you see server something webhoost.com. So this is what I prefer using. Okay, so I'm going to use this instead. So if you don't know your SMTP server for your domain, for your hosting, if you're not using Namecheap, if you're using another hosting, you can just Google it, or you contact your hosting support. They're going to tell you your SMTP server. Now the port is 465. Then the security should be SSL. If you're using 465 port, you need to use SSL. Then the SMTP authentication should be on. That's all. So this setting is intact. So once we send emails, it's going to deliver. So if your details here are wrong, if any of your details here are wrong, emails won't deliver. Okay, so this is the second thing you need to do. Okay, now let's go to payment option. You need to receive payment options. Now it has different payment options: PayPal, Stripe, PayU, CVenue. Then let me go for payment option that's for Nigerians. We have Flutterwave, so you can just log into your Flutterwave account. You need to have an active account with Flutterwave. So, and you need to make sure that the account is live. I think before you'll be able to get a live account with Flutterwave or Paystack, then you need to either submit your business registration number, something that shows that yes, this business is legit. So verification, a means of verification. So once you are done and your account is live and approved, then you just go to settings from your Flutterwave dashboard. You go to settings, developers option, the developer option. Then you will see the public and the secret key. Copy it and paste here just as it is written. Then you save. Okay, so that is it. Then you'll be able to pay with Paystack. So the next thing now is let's go to front. Now let me open this in another tab. As you can see, I showed you, if you want to have a front end, a front section, okay, that's something like this. You can see now this one section is not enabled. That's the main website where visitors can check, get to see a brief information about the hospital. Then you need to come here, enable it, front CMS settings. Now we are going to tell it, okay, we want to have a front end. But if you don't want to have a front end, you just need to ignore this. Online appointment, sidebar, news, we disable this because people complain a lot. I always say that. Then the footer text, let me put a mistake. So here we have different templates. So you can just decide which template you want to use. So I'll just go with the default one. Then I click on save. So once you have enabled this, now if we go back to the site again and reload it, it's not going to bring us to this login page. So it's going to show us the main front end. You see? So that is it. Then to change this, to put in the right data here, details here, you can just go to pages, not the settings again. So you go to pages. Let me click front office. Oh shit. No. Let me go back. So front CMS. Let me open this in another tab. Then this is where you put in your, you can just click on the front, the first home page, then you click here. Then you can edit, add details, page type, you can add this thing, add you can add images. You can select images here, select an image, you add. That is how you add details to the front page. So that is it. Now let me go make a recap of what I have said. So once you are done installing this, the first thing we did was go to general settings to put in the details of our hospital. Then the next thing we did was to set up the email account. Okay. Now the next thing we did was to set up the the third thing we did was to put the payment details, set up our payment details because you need to collect payment. Then the next thing we did was to set up the front end. So to enable the front end. So these are the 4 things that we have done. So now let's go back to the other settings. Let's check this attendance settings. So biometric attendance, you can enable or disable this. Okay. So for the admin settings, you see here the role admin, attendance type, present. So you can clock in the admin. So late, if the admin is late, half day, so you can just check this and the updates. Then this is for accountant, this is for doctors, this is for you. So you can set in the time they are supposed to resume and late, what time that will it be that once they come in it is late. So you can just put this thing and update so that whenever they clock in, if it is below that time, then it is late. So it has if all the it has all the users row here. So that is what this attendance setting is. Then notification settings, you don't need to do anything here. Okay, you can decide who gets email. So that is the work of this. You can decide who gets email. Do you want IPD patients to get email notifications? So you set it there. Then the system settings, system notification setting, appointment created, new appointment created. Do you want the staff to get email? So you can enable the staff and patient. So they are by default, they are all enabled. So it depends on you. I think you should leave them enabled. Then the SMS settings, if you are using SMS, if you want to send SMS to your patient, so there are different SMS gateways here. You have Twilio, you have this, 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 you have this. So whichever one that is more convenient to you, all you have to do is you go to the website, visit the website, then sign up with them, make payment, purchase a plan, then get your keys, the right keys. If it's for Twilio, it needs account SID, the authentication token, registered phone number. Then once you are putting these things, you are going to get them from your dashboard once you've made payment and you've subscribed for a particular plan. So that is it. Then once you put in the details, you click on enable, make sure you enable it, then you save. So once the email is sending, the SMS is also sending. So that is it. Now the prefix settings. So you can change the IPD number, the prefix, you can change it here. The OPD number, you can change it here. The IPD prescription, you can change it here. So you can change this prefix. Once you are done, you click on save. Then there's zero permissions. Zero permission. So you can the admin. So you can add new role here. So let's assume that I want to add a cleaner. So you just click, give it a name, cleaner. You want cleaners. I'm just using this as an example. So there are lots of roles you can add. So once you have added a new role, you click on this assign permission to it. Then you give access. What would you want this cleaner to have access once they log into their back end? So you decide that, and then That's all. You save. So that is it. Okay. So then the backup and restore. This is to back up your entire data of the website. Okay, so you can just click on quick backup and you back up. Then the languages, peradventure you are using this um, in different countries. Okay, so you can enable, there are different languages here, you can enable them, but the active one is English. So you can enable different languages, you can enable Arabic. You can enable Arabic, then you save. You can also add a new language, put the language name, the source code, the country, and that is it. So that's it for language. Then the users, you can manage your users here. So currently we do not have any user here. So this is your patient and this is your staff. So this is where you see the list of all your patient and your staff. Okay. So this is the captcha settings. This is the Google reCAPTCHA settings for user login, staff login, and online appointment. So this is good. This is a good security measure so that in case to avoid bots from registering and or logging into your site, you can just enable this. So just disable. Okay, then these are the modules. These are just like add-ons. So it has different add-ons for the system and for the patient. So if there is anything here that you wouldn't want to make available to display on the system, then you can disable it. If you do not want to collect, if you don't want to have appointment, you can disable it there. If you do not want to enable the pharmacy option, you can disable it there. So whichever one, if you do not have a blood bank and you do not want it to active, you can disable it there. So that is it. Then this for the patient. Whatever you do not want the patient to have access to, you can disable it here. The pharmacy, pathology, radiology, ambulance, blood bank, live consultation, calendar to do chat, download center, etc. So you can disable these things here. So once you click on any, automatically it will disable. So it will save automatically. So let me turn this back on. So the next thing is system update, which you don't need. So that is it. Now let's go back to the dashboard. So once you are done setting these things up, the next thing you are going to do is to scroll down to HR, human management, human resources. Here is very important. Once you are done with the settings options, so the next thing you are going to start doing is adding your staffs, because for this to function, for every hospital to function, you need a doctor, you need a staff, and you need staff. So you add a staff. So this is where you add your staff. Let's add one staff. Let's add a doctor. So you can give it name, an ID, role, either an admin, accountant, doctor, pharmacist, pathologist. So let's add a doctor. Designation, you are going to create a designation for it. To do that, you just scroll down to human resource. Let me open this in another tab. Okay. Where is the designation option? Sorry. So to create a designation, you scroll down to settings, the setup option. So under the setup option, you have just click on human resources again, human resource. Then here you have the leave type. This is where you add leave type. So you can add like sick leave, whatever leave, blah blah blah. Then you save. Let me just add one of these. Oh, sorry. So designation. The next thing is department. Okay, you know the department, different type of department. Then you can have the doctors department. So you know the department you have in your hospital, so you can add it. These are just examples, so you know what to do. Then these are designations. Okay, I'm going to add one. going to add supervisor, head doctor, to add another one, supervisor. You can add assistant, whatever you want to add. Then if you have specialists, then you can add it. Specialist 1. So these are just examples, so you know how and where to do any of these things. So now we'll go back to the doctor option. So let me reload this. Okay, 01. Role is a doctor. Then designation is head doctor, department, doctor department, specialist, special. So you can see this now, right? So that is it. Then the first name, I can just, okay, give the first name, father's name, but the required ones, I'll be going with the required ones. Okay, then that is it. Then below, these are add more details. This is where you can put in the salary, what type of staff, is it temporary, the basic salary, the contract type, permanent or on probation, then the work shift, work location, then these are the leave. We have sick leave, this one that I created now, sick leave. Then the banking and the account details of the staff, of the doctor. So you can upload their resume here, the joining letter, resignation letter, other documents, blah blah. You see. So now we have a doctor, one doctor. Okay. So that is the first another thing you are going to do, because a lot of things here. Now the next thing also, you go back to this human resource. Okay, you're already here. You click on add staff. Okay, then this row. So if you want to have an accountant, you need to have an accountant. If you want to have anything access to pharmacy, because there are options here for pharmacist, like this pharmacy. Before you have it, before you do anything on this pharmacy, you need to add a staff, okay, a pharmacist. The same goes for pathologist, radiologist, and receptionist, nurse, and whatever option that you have here. So here we have a pharmacy, and we have the pathology, we have radiology, and the blood bank. A doctor can have access to this, but for this and this, you need to create their staff, okay, before you can be able to do anything. You understand? So if you have a pharmacy and you would want to add medicines to your database, then you need to have a pharmacist. You need to add a pharmacist that will handle that. Do you understand? So that is it. You need to create this, you need to add these tabs then before you start adding other things. I hope you understand. So that is it. Now once we are done adding, the next thing we are going to do is you go to, this is the IPD patient, this is the billing option. Let's start with there. So we have single module billing, we have appointment, OPD, pathology, radiology, blood issue, consultant. Let's start with this appointment. Okay, this is for billing. Now let's assume that there is a client that has already booked, so you can add this appointment to the database. You select the doctor that attended to the person, the fee that was charged, the shift of the doctor, the appointment date, the slot, then the payment. How did the client, the patient made payment, then the status, pending approval or cancel. Then was it a live consultant or not? So you click on save, or you save and print. So that is it. You can also add a new patient here. This option, add a new patient. So that is it. Now the next thing, this is for billing, okay, not the real appointment. This is for billing. Okay, so for appointments, you want to schedule an appointment. You click on appointment itself, and you click on add appointment. Then you select a doctor. You select this, the fee. So the shift, we don't have any shift added yet. The appointment date, so you need to add all these things, the shift and the slot, because these are important things that you need to do. So that is it. So you might be wondering, how do you do these things? Whatever thing that you need to add and it's a required option and you've not added it yet, all you have to do is to scroll down to setup. Okay, scroll down to setup, then you click, like here now, this is appointment. I'm going to open it in a new tab. It's appointment. So let me close this. Appointment. Now we are going to select a doctor. We already have a doctor, then shift. We do not have any shift yet. We've not added any shift yet. So let's go back. So we go to appointment. So go to setup, then appointment. So once you click appointment, then we need to select this slot option. Now the doctor, we need to select the doctor and the shift. There is no shift added. So to add a shift, we just come down to doctor shift. Okay, and you go to shift option. Let's add a shift. So you click on add shift. Then you give it a name. So it could be morning shift. Then you decide which time from 8, let's say from 8:30 to 12. Okay, then you save. Save this. So now you go to appointment priority. This is already here. So now this is good to go. We'll go back to the slots. Then slots, you select the doctor. Then here. Okay. Before we be able to select, let's go to doctor shift, because we've already added the morning shift. So we add this doctor to this morning shift. Okay, then we now go back to slots. Click on select the doctor name, then the shift, morning shift, and click on search. So here you see consultation duration, then you can put in like 25 minutes, then the select category. Now we do not have this category and the charge and all this, the amount. So what we need to do is you go to setting option, you go to setup, sorry, let's go down the setup option, then you will see the hospital charges. Okay, let's open this in another tab. These are your hospital charges. So this is where you put charges for everything, every charge that will happen. So let's add a new charge. Let's call it, see list of things that you can add. Okay, either appointment, OPD, IPD, pathology. So let's click on appointment, then the charge type. So let's add the charge type. So let's go to charge category. So we need to add this charge category before we can be able to add charges. Click on, then you click on charge type. You see an appointment charge, then the name of the charge. Let's see. Then description. Then you save. Then we go to charge type. Then you can decide which appointment, what would you want to charge for. Okay, so you can also add new charge type. For this we have appointment, we have OPD, we have, so whatever you'd want to charge, you just enable it. So the next thing is tax category. So you can go to, you click on add tax category and just click on tax. Then the percentage of tax, you can add 0, or you can just, let me just add like 1.5%. Then the next, you need to add the unit type. Unit type, add like 1. So you can just add whatever. So once you're done adding this, then you can now go to these charges to add. So let's now add the charges. Now the charge type, we already have one. The category, you already created it. Then the unit type, select one. The charge name, you can just emo. Then the tax category, then automatically to fill in the tax category. You can have different tax categories here. So then the charge, let me just put like 75,000. And I click on save. So now we have this. Then we can now go back. We can now go back to the appointments. So let's add an appointment. So we select a doctor, then the shift, morning shift, the date, day, select slot. We still need to add slot. Okay, what else we need? Okay, let's go back to setup. Okay, here is this marvelous. Oh, not there. Appointment. Sorry. Appointment. So, okay, do we have doctor shift added? Yes. Do we have the shift added? Okay, yes. So let's go to slot again. We click on this, we add the doctor, then we select the shift, then click on search. Okay. Okay, we can put in 25 minutes, charge category, then charge type, demo, then that is it. Then the time, let's put in there to 12. Okay, then that is it. Time should be under global shift. Okay, so time should be under global shift. Time. What time did we use them? Okay, let me check the shift. 8:30 to 12. Okay. 8:30 to 12. Okay, so it's been added. Now let's go back to appointment here. This is the appointment. Then we click on add new appointment, select doctor. Then you can see the fee has been added for this appointment, 75K that we added, and 1.5% tax. Then the shift, morning shift, appointment date, then the slots. The slot should be here already. We've chosen that. Okay, so why we are not seeing this is not coming up in the appointment option is, let me open this. Why it is not coming up in the appointment once we click these appointments, why the slot option is not showing is because we only, the slot option that we have here, this slot option, let me go back to appointments, the setup, appointment, setup, then appointment. Okay, so why the slot option is not showing is because we've added a doctor shift, then we've assigned this doctor to morning shift, then the shift okay, is the shift time is from 8 a.m. to 12. Okay, let me increase it to 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, so that is it. Now let's go to the slot option. Now let's select the doctor and then the shift, morning shift, then we search. Now we only added this for Monday, okay? We only added this for Monday. Let's change the time to 4 p.m. 4 p.m. So we only added this to Monday. Let's save. Now this is Tuesday, this is Wednesday, this is Thursday, this is Friday, this. So and um today is Tuesday. So we need to, that is why it is not coming up. So we only added for Monday. Today is not Monday, so we need to add it for Tuesday also, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Okay, we now save. Shift times should be greater than end time. Okay, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, so you click on this p.m. to 8 p.m. Time should be under global shift. Oh, so what's the global shift? Let's check. Oh, 8:30. Come on. Okay, slots. So you can see if it's been added, okay? So now let's go back to our appointments. Now let's add this new appointment. Okay. Let's assign this doctor for morning shift appointment, then shift, morning shift, appointment date, let's say today, then the slot. As you can see, it's up here. Okay. So you can see, so how did the how did the patient make payment? Cash or transfer? Let's say transfer. The status approved. Then how is the consultation? How is it the appointment? Is it on a voice conference? Is it voice conference or what? So let me say yes, then click on save. Oh, sorry. We need to add a patient to this. So which patient? So let's give it a name. Demo patients, gender, year, age, month, 02, day, 2. As option. Okay, let's save. Okay, now we click on save. Discounts, percentage field is required. So we didn't give any discount, so I'll just leave it at 0 and save again. Zoom access token is invalid. Oh, we've not added the Zoom token for this, so it's not going to go. Okay, so that is it. So this is how you assign an appointment to doctors. Okay, so that's how you assign appointments to doctors. So you can either do it this way. So the next one is OPD. So this the same thing we did here. That's how you are going to do for this. Okay, before you assign anything, you go to this setup. Where is OPD? Where is OPD? Where is OPD? Okay. Okay, let's go to OPD option. So OPD, let's add a patient. Let me delete this. Okay, this is the patient that we added now. Okay, so let's go to patient view. This is the demo patient that we added now. Okay, so we can add the new patient here. The symptoms, you can select symptoms, but before we be able to do this, we need to add these things. So we need to add date, casualty, select categories. So these ones are not important. Consult doctor, then the amount, select charge. So we need to add charge for this. Okay, so let's go back. So let's add some of this. We have patients here. This is where you add new patient. Then the hospital charges, I think we've added some hospital charges. One hospital charge here. So this appointment charge. Okay. So which other charge can we add there? Is it OPD? Okay, let's add it. Select category. Okay, let's go back to category here. Charge category. Let me see if I can add OPD to this. Okay, no, we need to create a different category for this. Then we need to select OPD, the name OPD charge. Okay, so let's create different charges here. Let's create another charge for IPD. Okay, so this is best done like this. If the hospital is offering things, they are offering things like this, so it's easier to do them all at once. Pathology, charge. Okay. Then as many as you can. Now see how it's blood bank. So which other this thing is important here? I think these other ones, let's make do with the ones that we have added. Then the charge type, then OPD, IPD, pathology, okay, radiology. So we have this. Then the tax category, we already have tax category. Let me check if it can. Okay, we have one. Then the unit type, we have one already also. Okay, so I think that is it. Now let's go to charges. Now let's add new charge. This is for, let me change this. What charge is this? What charge is this? Appointment. Let me give it appointment so it can differentiate from other ones. Then let's add another charge, the OPD charge. Unit type 1 OPD. Then the tax category, tax. Then charge 150k, we save. Okay, then let's add another charge. We add the IPD charge. Select IPD unit. So you can see how this is going smoothly now, right? Okay, so let's add 95. Okay, save. Then the next one is pathology charge. Then we add it. Pathology, select 1. So pathology, then tax. Okay, you now save. What? Oh, okay. Okay, so we now have different charges. So you can, if you want to add more charges, you just come to charge category. Then if it is for blood bank, just click on add charge category, select it. You have pathology, radiology, blood bank, ambulance, procedures, investigations, supplier, operations, others, and so once you are done adding the charge category, then go to charges. If you have more unit type, you add more unit type. If you have more tax types, you add more tax type, charge types. Then before you now come to charges to add it. So let's go to OPD or patient, I think. Let's take this out. Okay. Okay, this is for adding patient. Okay. You can see now, right, for OPD. So you can see the charges, the consult doctor, the OPD charge, yeah, the charge for OPD. Then the discount, there's no discount, it's not compulsory, so we do then the amount. Let me add. Then how cash paid amount. Okay, then you can click on save. Appointment date is required. Okay, can add appointment dates today. Then case, any other required option. Patient ID field is required. Where is that? Patient ID field. Case, old patient. Reference. Where is the patient ID field? Okay, so the patient ID field is up here. So let's select the patient for this. Okay, then let's copy the patient date 80/01/05, and I think that's all. Then we now click on save. Apply charge is required. Okay, so pay the amount. Okay, save. So that is it. That's how we add. We have demo patient. This demo patient is for appointment, and this OPD is for OPD patient. So for IPD patient, you can also do the same thing. Add patient. Then the first thing you need to do is you add your patient here, or you choose from, let's say, demo. We have two patients already. The demo patient for appointment and the IPD patient. Okay. What's that, not IPD? OPD, sorry. So you added, then you can now add appointment dates. Then is it an old patient, yes or no? Okay. Select the doctor, consultation doctor, the bed group. These are not important. Oh, the bed number. Okay. This service requires a bed number. So to add a bed number, you just have to close this. We go back to setup. And you will see bed. So let's add this bed. Then we'll go back to adding this. Bed. Let's add bed type. Demo bed. Select bed type. We need to add a bed type first. Bed type. Okay, let me just long bed. This is just for demo purpose, please. Then the bed group is for, let's add, is it for nothing? Let's say nothing mothers. Okay, the floor, first floor, first floor. Then let's add the bed group now. Bed group for nothing mothers, the bed floor, let's select it, first floor. Then the color, let's put this. Okay, save. Then the bed type, I've just put this. Then the bed, let's add the bed. Name of bed, demo bed, bed type, long beds, bed group, nothing mothers. Okay. Now let's add bed status. Okay, available. This bed is available. So let's go back. Let's reload this and try adding it again. Let's select a demo OPD patient. Okay, admission date today. Then good patient, yes. Consultation doctor this. Select bed, nursing mother, first floor, bed number, demo bed. So that is it. Please, before you choose this live option, I'm not going to choose it because we've not added the, for you to be able to accept live consultations, which is Zoom conference, you need to add the keys for this. Where is it? This is Zoom settings. Okay, so let me open it. So this Zoom settings, you need to put in your Zoom keys, the Zoom API key, the secret key, then you enable it, doctor API credential, this, then you save. So you can just click here to get access to this. Then once you put in the correct keys, then you save. Then that is when you'll be able to add live consultation. But if you've not added that, you won't be able to add this. So let's save this. Okay, so now we have added 3 patients. We have added patient for appointments, then IPD and OPD. So that's it. Now this one is pharmacy. I think that's the next one on the menu. The pharmacy option. So here, before you can generate bills for pharmacy, you need to add medicines. Okay, so you can add medicine name, medicine category, medicine company, if it's optional, the unit, and blah blah blah. So how do we do that? How do we add these things? Let me go back. So from our patient option, from our setup option, let's go to pharmacy. Okay, let's open pharmacy. Okay. So we have medicine group. Okay, so we can add medicine category. So what does this require to add medicine? First thing, medicine category. So let's add medicine category. So we can just add like antibiotics. Then we save. Let's use that first. Then who is the supplier of this medicine? We can add a supplier to this. Is that important? Let me check the things that are important. Medicine name, category, unit, and box packaging. So let's just set the things that are important. The unit. So how many units of this? Let's say 20 units. Okay. Then what else? Box or packaging. Okay. Medicine group, dose interval, medicine dosage. check this. This box of packaging. Okay, so we've added the two important things that we need here. The two required fields that is needed, the medicine category and the unit. So let's reload this. Then let's add medicine. Okay. So now let's name this Mr. Antibiotic. Then the medicine category, antibiotics, medicine company, we've not added that because it's not important. So you can add these on your own. Then the units, 20 units. Then the box of packaging. How is the box? How is the packaging? Let me just use sealed. Then you can upload the image of the medicine. Then you click on save. You see? So we've added our medicine. Okay. So let's go to purchase. Then we can add a new purchase medicine. Let's say if someone purchases an antibiotics, what's the name of the medicine? Then the batch number you can put in. Then the expiry date, December 2025. MRP. Then the sale price, let's say 25,000. Then the quantity is 1. The purchase price is 25,000. Then the tax, 0 tax. Okay, let me just put 0 tax. That is it. Then we click on save. How did the person make payment? Cash. Okay, supplier field is required. Supplier field. Where is it? Supplier field. Okay, supplier field. Oh, that means we need to add a supplier to this. Okay, so let's add a supplier. So I'm just showing you these are things. You can always do this on your own, but let me just do it so it wouldn't look like I skipped it. Demo medicine supplier. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Okay, let's reload this. Purchase medicine supplier, demo medicine supplier, the medicine category, antibiotics, medicine name, Mr. Antibiotics, batch number 01, expiry date December 2025, the price we bought, the 15,000, batch amount, sale price is 25,000, the quantity is 1, the purchase price 25,000, and the patient made payment cash. Okay, so that is it. So this is how medicines are sold. It is entered on the system, and so which other thing? Okay, now the next one is pathology. So but it's still the same thing. This pathology, radiology, blood bank, ambulance is the same with this appointment, OPD and IPD. So to make their setup, all you have to do is you go to the setup, our setup like before, then you go to pathology, radiology, blood bank, and add the necessary things that needs to be added. So that is it. So which other one? The front office, I think we've talked about that. So you can add visitor, phone call. Let's say the add visitor. So you want to add a visitor, you can add a visitor, but before you do this, you just go to your setup option. Here is the front office. Okay, let's open it in a new tab. Okay, so we have different purposes here, and here what we need is you want to add a visitor and you need to give a purpose for that visitor. So let's add one purpose here. The purpose visiting. Then you can add different purposes there. Meal. Can let's add prayer. Okay. So what else is important for us here? Okay, I think that is it. That's all. So let's reload this. So this is how you book your visitors. Okay. So you add a visitor, select for visiting, for prayer. Let's say for prayers. Then the name of the person, Mr. Visitor. The phone number, you can put the phone number here. Visits to staff, OPD patients, ID patients. You can see these are the things, these are the ones that we already added. So if you need more, you can add it. We didn't add pathology, we didn't add radiology, and so we only added OPD patient and IPD patient. Two patients, we added two patients, right? I mean three patients. So is here staff, OPD patient, staff. So let's check this OPD patient. So let's staff, demo patients, you see. So that is it. Number of persons, 1. The dates, okay. The timing, what time is this person coming in? This 11:00. Let's say 10 a.m. Then the timeout. So let's say the person is be leaving by 12. Okay. Then you can attach any note or any documents. Then you save. So this is how you clock in your visitors. You clock them out, you clock them in. I think that is clear. Okay. So let's go to the next option, which is, okay, the next option is birth and death record. So let's go to birth record. So let's add a new birth record. You see the child name. Let me say new child. Gender, male, weight, 2 kg. The child's photo, the date of birth is today. Then the phone number, it could be the parent's phone number, the parent address, case ID, mother's name. Before you can add this, at least there must be a mother before you can able to record a birth record. So the mother must have given birth there. So where do we add? Okay, that should be in terms of patient. So okay, hold on. Okay, so to get the add the birth certificate birth record, you just give it a name. Let's say Sandra. The gender is female. Then the weight is 5. Then you can upload the picture of a child, the date, birth date, then the phone number of the. So to get the mother's name, all you have to do is you go back to your patient list. You go back to your patient list. You have inpatient. You can just click on inpatient. Then you get the patient case ID. So we have case ID 3. So and this is what is required. Case ID. Just click on 3. So once you get the patient case ID, sorry, let's put 2. So we have this OPD patient. Okay, I think this is OPD outpatient. So this is it. So you can get the patient case ID, then automatically the name will input, then that is it. It's saved. So the same thing for death records. That's how you do it. So that's been done. Let's go to human resource. This human resource, I think I have mentioned it before. So this is where you add your staffs. Okay. So this is where you can add your payroll, staff attendance, you clock in your staffs, then the leaves. So I won't go into details with that on that because you can always know how to do this. So then this one, the duty roster. Okay, so let me go to this. So this duty roster now is where you put in your shift, the roster, and then you assign a roster. So let's check the available shift that we have. This is for your staff. So let's add a shift. Let's add morning shift. Then the shift starts from 6, let me say 8 a.m. in the morning to 12, 12:30 p.m. Okay, so that is it. Then you now click on save. Then we have the afternoon shift. Same thing, you click on. The afternoon shift starts from 12:30 p.m. and ends at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Okay, please don't forget to, if you are using p.m. or click here if it's a.m., change it to p.m. Okay, so that is it. Now we've added our shift. So let's go back to the roster report. Let's click on roster. So let's add a new roster. Here we select the shifts. Morning 8 a.m. Start date. It starts today is okay. 15th, click on it. Then ends on the 31st of this month. So that is it. Then let's go back to evening shift. To afternoon shift, sorry. Let's add a new roster there. Okay, let's add the afternoon shift. For those doing afternoon shift, also from 13th to the 31st of this month. Oh, duplicate roster. Okay, so not the first. Then okay. So let's go back. Let's now assign this roster to the staffs. Okay, we've created our shift and the roster. So let's now assign to each staff. The morning shift goes to shift date starts on this day. Then the staff, this person, and the floor, first floor department, doctor's appointment. So you can see, you can see. So each staff, once your staff, they will have their own back end. So once they log in, they know when they have a shift and they know when the shift date starts, the time and when it's ending, and also they know the floor they'll be working and also the department they'll be working. So you just see. So everyone can know their shifts exactly. So once they clock in, they know exactly where to go to. Okay, so that is it for the two roster. Then the annual calendar. So you can have your holidays, activity, your vacations, you add it here. That is it. The holidays, you can enable this on the front end of the site. And you can enable this. Activity could be holiday, it could be activity, it could be vacation. So whichever one. Then you select the date and then you save. And that is it for that. Then referral. The referral. This referral payment list. So if you have a referral or you referred someone, this is where you handle it. You put the details. Okay. So this is TPA management. TPA management. So click the name. Let me use this. The code. Okay. So let's go to the next option, which is finance. We already know how to do this. So this is where you add all the money coming in. Then you can add a new income. Select income head. You need to add an income head. The amount, the date. Okay. Let's go to settings. For that, let's finance. Let's go to settings. Let's check inventory. Okay, this is finance. Sorry. finance, with finance. So this is where you add your income head, demo income head, demo income head. Before you can now add your finance, you can add your income, you choose a demo. Okay, I need to reload this. So these ones are easier. You can add this, the invoice number, the amount, description, the date, the name, you save. So that is it. Then the next one is the same thing you do for expenses. Then these are the messaging channels. So you can post a new message, you can send a new message, you can send an email, send credential. Okay, let's send an email to who? Send an email to title message. You can send an email to all the send an email to all the patients, all the accountants, all the doctors, pharmacists. So you can decide which department you want to, which staff you want to send email to. So if it is an individual, you just select here. Let's say we have a doctor already. So you search for the doctor. Okay. You just type in the name, you see. So it's easier, you type in your message and you send an email. So the same thing goes for SMS and send credentials. Let's check this post new message. So it's still the same thing here. So you can send a message to all the admins, all the accountants, doctors. You can schedule it at this date. You can publish on. You send them a message and they are going to see it from their dashboard. Just like you are seeing notifications, like some of the things we did here, adding and see the notifications. So you can see add birth control. This is the notification for it. So purchase medicine, add medicine, new IP created, new OB created. So once any of these people get a message, they are going to get a notification. So once they log into their back end, they will check the notification and see the message that has been sent. So that is it. So what else? The inventory, you know how to do this. This adding stock. Okay, you can add stock, item type, the item, the supplier, the store, the quantity. Okay, so that's where you add the stuff. Now to be able to add these things, the item category, all you have to do is you go back to setup again. You go back to setup. This is the inventory option. So here we can add okay, sorry. Let's go back to this inventory. Okay, so here we can add item category first. Item category, this is, let's say, medicine. Then you can add as many categories as possible. Add 4. Let's add these 2 for now. Then the item store, is it necessary to add stock? Item category, okay, supplier. So item store list, you can just add demo store list here. Item supplier. So you can add a new supplier for here for the item. So now let's reload this page. So we can add the item here. So the category is, let me say, fuel. Then the item, what's the item? Okay. Okay, let's go back. Items, store. Medicine, well, item store. So we need to issue an item, okay? Let's issue an item, sorry. Let's add an item first. Okay, let's add an item. What's the item? Let's see. Well, category, well, then the unit, let's see, 200 liters of fuel. Then we add. So let's go back to this. Let's add the stock. For item, for supplier, this 200 liters for 550k. Then the date, 13th. Description, then you see. So that is how you add your items. Okay, so let's go over to the next option. So this is your download center. This place, this is where you share content. You can share content. You can upload content here. The content type. Okay, I think before you need to add content, let's go to settings. Let's go to the setup option to see meeting vitals, findings, blood bank operations. Okay. Okay, for us to add content, we need a content type. So you still go to the content option. You see content type. So we are going to click on content type, and we need to add the content type. What type of content is there? Is it media? So it's Steve. Then the content list. What type of content do you want to upload? Then you click here, content type is media, then you upload the type of content. So if it is a downloadable file, you can just name the content type downloadable file. Whatever it is, if it is video, image, if it is, you can put either the file or you put in the YouTube link. So that is it. You save. So the next one is certificate. The certificate option. So this is the staff ID. Before that, let me clear some of this. This is certificate. Let's open them in a new tab. Patient ID, staff ID. So this is the generate ID card for the staff. Let's say for doctors. Then the template, staff sample template. Then you just click on generate. So let's go to this generate certificates. This is for staff, okay? This is for patient. You have OPD and IPD patient. Remember that these are the ones that we added, patient that we added. We didn't add pathology, radiology, and the rest. So this is the ones that we added. So for OPD patient, what kind of certificate would you want? Discharged certificate or non-discharged certificate? Let's say discharged certificate. Certificate template, sample patient, file cover, then you generate. Oh, no record selected. Okay, let's search. So we can choose the patient exactly. No record selected. Discharge patient. We don't have any. Okay, these are the non-discharged patients. We've not discharged any of these patients, so you can just select all, then generate. So this is it. So this is it. So this is how you generate certificate for your patient. Okay, so you can check the certificate template here. You can check it and you can edit this template. You can also add new template. So these are the templates, you can edit them. So this is easy. So the same thing for your staff. Okay, staff ID templates, you can now search. It's going to bring a list of the staff, then select and generate a template for them. So it's a certificate for them. So if you want to change the template, ID template, you click on ID here and you change the template. So that is it. Now this will be the list of all the these generated templates for your patient. So that is it. Then the next one is the front end. We've discussed about this. We've talked about this. We've talked about this to set the front page, the contact us, our appointment, the pages. So then the live consultation, I've talked about this. This is for your Zoom settings. Okay, let me open live consultation and then meeting, live meeting. Before you be able to do this, you need to set up the Zoom credentials from the setup page. Just click on setup and you scroll down to Zoom meeting before you be able to use this Zoom conference and Zoom this live consultation and live meeting. So this is the list of all your live meetings that you've had, and this list of where you will see all the live consultations that has been had. Okay, so that is it. You can also add new meeting, live consultation, meeting title, this video call, then you select the doctor. So now the next one is report. We all know about this. So this is where you get the report for your finance, appointments, OPD, patients, IPD, pharmacy, everything. So this is where you get the report for anything, and you can generate this report. You can download it either in PDF format. It has format. This birth report. So this is do we have any birth report here? Let's see. Today, select gender, female, then search. So we have, this is the birth report that we added. So you can see it. Now you can either copy this or you can download in Excel format. You can download in CSV, PDF, or you can print it. So if you click on PDF, see, it will generate the report in a PDF format. So if it is in Excel format you want it, to generate in an Excel format. So that is it. So what next? So that's about reports. Then this one is the setup that we already know. So this is where you set up most of the things. So this is, I would say this is a complete video. This is a complete tutorial on how to set up this hospital management platform. So if you have any questions, kindly reach me on WhatsApp. Okay, send me a message on WhatsApp and I will help you out. Although this video is comprehensive, so I touched every option. So if you want to set up this for hospitals, you want to set this up for your hospitals, and you need a proper setup and also training of your staff on how to use this, you can always send me a message. If you need this software, you can send me a message on WhatsApp and you can get it, then we can discuss further. So thank you for having the patience to watch till the end of this video. I really appreciate. So if you want to see more videos like this, you can follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and I'll be making more videos like this. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.